Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. It's another beautiful day here in Washington State. Thought I'd bring you a knife video. I got a new knife. It's been a long time since I got a new knife, so this is exciting. Yeah, I was in my local sporting goods store yesterday, in fact, and was looking around at the knife section, and yeah, it was pretty abysmal. I had been in there a month ago just to check things out, and it was about the same situation. It was really worse this time. They didn't have any Spydercos. They had like 3 Benchmades. They usually have a bunch of ZTs and Kershaws. None of that. CRKTs. None of that. Yeah, it was really disappointing to say the least. So there is one thing, however, that stood out, and yeah, that was the Buck Highline. Let's take a look at it. Good looking knife in my opinion. Yeah, good action. Really good action. For a budget knife, this thing comes in well under $50. So it is a budget knife in my book. Yeah. Essentially what we've got here, guys, is a steel frame lock that's running on bearings. And it's quite an interesting knife. It's a little more interesting than I originally figured. But yeah, I handled this in the sporting goods store, and I really liked it. It fit my hand well. This thing's got a lot of features that check the boxes for my book as far as it comes to knives. So yeah, let's dig into this thing real quick and just show you a little bit about it, a little bit that I've learned about it in the short time that I've owned it. Let's dig right into it. We have got a flipper. Great detent. This thing flies out. We've got a cleaver style blade. Don't ask me what the hole's for, I don't know. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't hurt my feelings, so yeah, it just doesn't bother me. It is a hole in the blade that doesn't do anything. That's fine. Alright guys, initial impressions. So, fit and finish seems to be actually really good. I am seeing good centering. Come on, focus, focus, focus. Thank you. There we go. Perfect centering. Like I said, action is great. The flipping action is great. And yeah, a little bit of encouragement there at the end, but overall, really good action. So materials. This thing is a steel frame lock on one side, and the other side's actually aluminum, anodized aluminum. I believe this is just an anodized aluminum backspacer here, which I really like the look of. And we have G10 overlays, nicely contoured here. Ergos on this knife are actually really good. We've got a forward choil here, which essentially sold me on this knife. Being able to choke up with this knife, and it is extremely ergonomic to hold. We have some jimping here on the spine of the blade, some very useful jimping. There we go. So when you're locked in with that forward choil and you're choked up, man, the jimping falls right on my thumb. There we go. Get in frame. Last little feature I'd like to point out is the pocket clip. This is actually a right hand tip up only knife, which is fine with me because I'm not a lefty. I don't have a dog in that fight, but yeah, that's good to know, is that the pocket clip is not reversible, and we'll take a look at that real quick. Nice, very deep carry pocket clip. Good retention. Do have a lanyard hole here. Just figured I'd mention that. blade material, I didn't mention that. Blade material is D2. I am really happy about that at this price point. Alright, let's talk aesthetics. I like the overall look of this knife. I think they did a good job on, yeah, just the whole look of this thing. You know, we've got the classic cleaver style blade, and it's just, it's modern, it's classy looking. I like that the hardware is anodized as well, as you can see. Yeah, I'm really digging it overall. I'm really surprised. Yeah, the action, the blade steel, everything really came together to sell me on this knife. I'm stoked with it, and it was nice to buy a knife again. It had been too long. So that's it, guys. That's all I really wanted to say. That's all I really wanted to talk about with this knife. Yeah, it's pretty rad. I dig it. Alright, guys, I think that's going to do it for this little video. I think I've said all I want to say on this knife. I really dig it. I dig it. For such an inexpensive knife, yeah, it's good action, fun to sit here and play with. Oh, we didn't talk about the edge. Well, there was no edge. The cutting bevel was even, but it was not sharp. I immediately put my own edge on this thing. It was, let me see, I have my work sharp set to 25 degrees. That's what it was at. It was at 25 degrees as best I could tell, and I just kept it at that for now. I'm probably going to reprofile it down to like between 15 and 17 eventually. I just want to see how the edge holds up on this D2 through some use before I go reprofiling it. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say about this this knife. I dig it. It's cool. I like the look of it. I like the action. I'm usually not big on steel frame locks, but I like how this one's done. I like the Ergos. I like the forward choil you can choke up with, and yeah, it's nice. I like it. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for the continued support in the channel, and as always, we'll see you on the next one.